Hello. Good. So, yesterday we kind of talked about it last night, but a number of guys played well. On offense, St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Leaf, Deck, and Skipper, all played really good games for us. On defense, Hutch got him a couple of sacks, a lot of quarterback hits. I thought Jack Campbell, that was the best game he's played all season. Good to have Mac back. He made some plays out there. Was able to shake a lot of the rust off, and he'll be better for it. But he really did some really good things. And then Romeo. Romeo's last few weeks here, he's picking up steam on the edge, on the perimeter here for us in the run and pass game. And then, on special teams, our whole return unit, but Leaf, 22-yard average on 4 returns in the punt return game. And Fox, wow, outstanding job there. Kabenda made a couple of tackles. Good to get him back, and Dorsey. All those guys, there's a number of guys that did really well, but, and probably just special teams-wise, I thought that was one of the best performances we've had here in 3 years. You talk about field position, gaining an advantage. We did that. So we complemented each other really well. I thought, to start the game out, certainly you want to score on offense. We weren't able to do that, but our defense gets 2 stops. And then offensively on series 2 and 3, we go down the field and score touchdowns. So that was good. And then we come out of the third quarter, kind of has been our Achilles heel, and defense gets a 4th down stop. Offense takes it down 10 plays and scores a touchdown. So those are good things. 2 takeaways on defense, no turnovers on offense. Just a number of good things. We got to be better on 3rd down on offense. But look, all in all, gave up some explosives on defense. We hit the quarterback, 15 hits, 4 sacks. We were disruptive. And so it's a good win. I was proud of the coaching staff. I was proud of these players for getting back up, ready to go, and finish the season out. Now we're ready to roll.
Start with the update on the 2 injuries, and then specifically with Laporta. You've got Brock Wright also kind of banged up right now. Mm-hmm. Is Mitchell, Ferkser, Skipper, Kabenda enough, or do you need to look for some outside help this week?
No, I think we'll be all right. Look, I know Brad's got his eyes open. He's constantly looking to see if there's somewhere that'll help us. But look, Laporta's got an outside shot now, so we'll see. We'll know a lot in 48 hours. We're going to know a lot with him, but he's got an outside shot. I think Leaf's kind of in that boat, maybe a little bit farther away than Laporta. But it's very much, we're talking in days, not weeks, I think, here, which is a good thing. Brock is doing much better. JMO's doing much better. So we're in a pretty good spot right now. Listen, can I just say this? All right, you started this with Laporta last week. So careful when you start asking about these phantom injuries, because these things start to, now all of a sudden they pop up. I don't know anything about Jack. I haven't heard anything, so please don't bring that up anymore.
Tough to follow that, but when you start to look at the Rams, maybe what's one thing that jumps out offensively with them, and one thing that jumps out defensively when you hop on the tape and start to look?
Well, look, and I have not been able to deep dive them yet. But I do know this, and the crossover tape and some of the things I have seen. Number one, they're still explosive on offense. They've been explosive, their play-pass game. But what's making it so dangerous, their run game, that's what's showing up. They've got a pretty dangerous run game. This mid-zone, they're running a lot more gap than they have previously. And so that's kind of where it all begins with them. And you put that with Stafford's ability to push the ball down the field, and it's dangerous. And then defensively, man, it's just sound. It's sound football, and it's fundamentally on point, and these guys play hard. They play hard. They run the football. It's a young group, and led by Aaron Donald. So, look, it's no secret why they're won whatever it is, 7 out of the last 8 games. They're doing it for a reason. This is one of the hottest teams coming in right now.
initial reaction when you saw the Rams? Obviously, we know the storylines and
Yeah.
Stafford and Brad Holmes, just everything just your initial reaction to that, and just the excitement around this game.
Yeah, excited. I mean, I'm excited. I think it's a great setup. It's good to be able to host a playoff game here against those guys. I mean, this is a team that's got a number of players. Been in a Super Bowl over there. They've been in it. This head coach has done an outstanding job with them. And they're a hot team, and I think it's good. And it's also, it's a fresh team. It's somebody we hadn't seen in 3 years. So I like that, I just kind of like the newness of it. So, man, this is when it gets, it's been fun, but this is when it gets really fun. This is why you do it. This is why you coach. This is why you play, is for these moments right here. So, yeah, I was excited.
Can you appreciate the storylines of the week? I mean, I know you're not caught up in them, right? The X's and O's, all that stuff matters more, but can you appreciate the storylines that Eric was alluding to a little bit?
I understand why people will be fascinated by it. I get that. So I guess I can appreciate if I'm sitting where other people are. Yeah, I mean, I understand it's one of these stories, but it's a reminder too, though, and golf knows this, for example, but we win as a team. Man, this is about the Lions versus the Rams, and we win with 3 phases here, and he's a huge part of that, and all he's got to do is do his part, and he knows that. So just do what you've been doing all year.
We usually see you tap into it more with post-game comments and game balls. You wouldn't use the motivation of winning one for Goff or for Brad Holmes as a pregame motivator in any way?
No, I mean, look, I don't think I need to say anything about that, I think everybody understands what that is, and we have a lot of guys that have familiarity with that over there. You just mentioned 3 of them, and so yeah, certainly. Look, we want to win this, and look, they're going to want to win it for other reasons, but ultimately, it's win or go home.
You alluded to this yesterday a little bit, but how do you keep things as normal as possible while also embracing the magnitude of the moment, I guess?
Yeah, I think you don't change who you are and what you've been doing, I mean, I think a number of things that we do anyway have been, everything's about getting ready for this moment. So, I mean, I don't let things get stale. I get bored in a hurry. And so I think you add that with the schedule we've had, everything has constantly been, we've changed everything. Like, you're constantly all right, what time are we coming in? When are we doing this? What time is this? So I think there's been a little bit of, not chaotic, but just enough to where, man, you're constantly having to, stay on your toes, evolve, move. We're never in the same place twice, and so I just think that this team is prepared for what's next, and I think it's about the next challenge, and I think that's all you do, man. You treat it like any other week. You got to go do your job, and they'll understand once they get in the game. The ones who've been here, they'll know. But the ones that haven't, they'll figure out real quick that the intensity level will go up, and you'll just naturally fall right in line because you're gonna. It just happens, It'll go up, and our guys will react. Their guys will react, and we'll be good. But what you don't do is you don't press. You don't press. You don't get start worrying about making mistakes. You do what we've done all year. You're thinking about making plays. You're going to make plays, do your job, do it the very best you can do it, and everything will take care of itself.
Your coordinators are up for head coaching jobs. I think you expected that given the success you've had. You've gone through this before. Just what is the balance of staying focused on what's ahead? And I know you also want them to have the most individual success they could possibly have as well. So what's the balance there for you?
Yeah, look, I mean, both of them know, they know this. It's all about us right now, and it's about the team, and they're very much invested in this team. Their opportunities will come. You can't do anything this week. It's just that. Stay focused on what it is right now, and that time will come if you interview with these organizations, and of course I want that for them. But it's about us right now, and look, both of those guys are worthy, more than worthy, to be head coach candidates. I don't care where you're at. They are two of the best that you're going to find. I believe that. And but until then, they're with us, And I don't want to lose either one of them. But that's the way it goes.
I know it's early in the week, but what's the outlook for guys like Jameson Williams and James Houston?
Yeah, look, Houston will be out there practicing, and we'll see. He'll be better than he was last week. Now, how much is that? How good is that going to be? I don't know. So I don't feel like I'm not as optimistic about him. I think JMO's going to be good here. He should be good to go practicing on Wednesday, and I think Brock's going to be good to go, be out there practicing as well.
Made a decision to keep John Kaminsky inactive last game. Just kind of curious, was that an illness? Was that an injury, or was that just?
That was just felt like, man. He's got some hard miles on him through this season. All the dirty work he does, and so we just felt like the right thing to do was just give him a blow here.
I think Donovan Peoples-Jones might get some more work based on what's going on now.
Yeah, he could. If Leaf is not able to go, then that's more. And then Laporta too. That'll be more for all those receivers.
TJ take over punt returns if Leaf can't go?
Phip and I are still talking about that. He's certainly a candidate. Okay.